name's Vicky Wilson. I'm the head of Children, Young People, Inpatient Services and Therapies at Hospice. So Rebecca House is the island's children's hospice. We're here to support children with life-limiting and life-threatening conditions who have palliative care needs. We do an awful lot of respite care for families, but alongside that we would also do symptom management and end-of-life care if it's needed. So any child or young person under the age of 18 who has a life-limiting or life-threatening condition could access the service. So it's children with genetic conditions, with syndromes, birth injuries, something like cerebral palsy where a child was starved of oxygen at birth. So it's a really wide range of conditions, and some children will have their diagnosis from birth and their condition will be as it is for their life, and some children will have a diagnosis that means that they'll deteriorate over time. And then we also would take children with a cancer diagnosis and support them through treatment and to the end of life if that was what happened, but it's very small numbers in terms of the cancer on the caseload. Mostly it's children with genetic conditions and syndromes and things like cerebral palsy. Most of our care is in Rebecca House, but we do give all families the option of having care at home if that's what works best for them. So we plan the service quite flexibly around the needs of the families. We have some young people who come in for sessions at Rebecca House for tea times or daycare or overnights, and we have some children who will go and visit at home and we'll get them up and ready for school in the morning. There's lots of different benefits, I think, of Rebecca House and the way that we work. So for the young people, they get time where they're doing fun activities, they are mixing with other children with complex needs. And then for the families, it's the support and the respite. If you are caring for a child who has really complex needs and you have to be thinking about them 24 hours a day, for someone else to then take over that care, and you can have a break and you can go and do shopping, or you can go and sleep, or you can do your housework, or you can take your other child to the cinema or something that you can't do when you've got the child with complex needs. And then we also run a sibling group, because if you're the sibling of a child with complex needs, the focus has to be on the child who's unwell a lot of the time. So we invite the siblings in and they mix as a big group and spend time with other siblings who are in the same situation and do fun activities and get to spend time in Rebecca House. I think the other part of the Rebecca House service that people don't necessarily know as much about is the Rainbow Room. So that's our care after death service. And that is available to any child who's on the Rebecca House caseload, but it's also open to any child who dies of anything on the island. So it could be a sudden unexpected death or an RTA or anything. We'll have the child in our cold bedroom. We'll support the family in early bereavement. We'll work with the funeral directors, and they can stay here up until the day of the funeral if they want to, or if they want to just come for a day to do memory making and hand casts and footprints and things. It can be a day, it's whatever the family want it to be. I think lots of people look at a children's hospice and go, oh, it must be so sad. And yes, there are sad moments. But if you can make that situation a tiny bit less awful, then you've done a really good job, because it's going to happen anyway.